Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode number 17. Today we will discuss scalability when you're selling trading cards. Also give you an update on what I did in the hobby yesterday being Saturday and show off a couple of my Saturday mail days. Before I get to that, though, yesterday I spent most of the day getting caught up on some trades, a couple weeks behind on some trade packages being sent out. A few went out yesterday. I've got a couple packaged up already, going in the mail tomorrow. And then I'll be working on some of the larger packages today. Ran low on some teams, so had to do some sorting a little bit yesterday, and we'll continue that today as well. In doing some of that sorting, I came across a box that is filled with cards that I picked out of dime boxes at last year's National. I spent a lot of time at dime and quarter boxes, and I was pulling obviously Cubs cards, but in addition, I was pulling some first Bowmans, I was pulling some prospects, rookie cards, whatever I could find that I thought, may turn into a dollar card at some point. One of the booths had just was chock full of dime boxes from recent years. So there was a lot of Bowman, there was a lot of Topps Heritage and Topps, and I found a small stack of Heritage rookie cards of Brandon Lowe, and he's really had a great season this year, and I've followed him a little bit more than normal because he's on my fantasy team. He's my fantasy second baseman. So looks like I have 6 Heritage rookies, so I'll be putting those on eBay. Haven't looked at comps yet, but might be 99-cent cards. So make a little profit over the dime that I picked those up for. In fact, I probably bought those for probably a nickel because I bought so much that I got some bulk discounts at the dime boxes. So that's something that I look forward to. Hopefully in the next couple months when I can get back to a card show is digging through those dime and quarter boxes, looking for Cubs, looking for trade bait, and looking for some rookies and prospects I can stash away for a rainy day. Yesterday I received 2 packages. One was an eBay purchase, and I talked yesterday. I offered Friday. Showed off the 1994 Sports Illustrated with Rick Wilkins on the cover. This was a pickup from 1969, Ron Santo on the cover of Sports Illustrated. So I'm just kind of putting together a run of Sports Illustrated magazines. Excuse me. I like how they display. I've always been a big Sports Illustrated fan. So just been popping those off. Look, if I can get them for a couple bucks, buying them here and there, just kind of a side Cubs collection that I've been doing. The other box came from the Rasmussens in Connecticut. I have not opened this box. My wife thought it was something she ordered late at night because it's in a crate and barrel box. My wife has actually been getting more packages on our doorstep than I have lately. And the big boxes that I've gotten the last couple days still have not cracked those open. Just trying to catch up on previous trades and eBay sales as well. And speaking of, which leads us into today's topic, and it's very timely because I'm behind in just opening trade packages because of my increasing eBay sales as well as previous trades. Scalability. This actually wasn't a topic that I thought of discussing because of my own scalability issues at times, but others in the hobby. There's been a lot of talk on Twins Jake in the hobby recently, and I've always defended Twins Jake because I've dealt with him a couple times buying Topps Now. I think I bought a Topps Living Baez early on in the run. So I've dealt with him. He is slow, but that mostly has to do with um, their pre-sales and tops. You know, they don't ship until the window closes, and then on top of that, you have your wait. So it's a little slow. Um, Twins Jake is not the best at communication. He's got poor communication skills, which is not good when you're in business and in sales, which is what he's doing. And with Project 2020, um, I saw the writing on the wall early on because he was showing off some of his receipts, and how much he was spending. Um, and for one person, that's you're in over your head. And I know recently there's been a lot of complaints where people are thinking they're getting scammed. I don't want to offer an opinion either way, on that. It looks like his website is still active, and current. Looks like the most recent Project 2020 cards are for sale. But I think he's run into some scalability issues, and I'll share that my own experience with scalability is 2020. My main goal for this year was purging, and I have a lot of cards that are unwanted, which led to the 1 million Cubs project. And a lot of the, it's slow to get rid of some of this stuff. I don't have too many bulk collectors for other sports like football, basketball, hockey, and in because of that, I don't sort. So when I do have somebody wanting a certain team or a certain card, the non-baseball is mostly unsorted, so it's not easy for me. So that's typically why there's not too many trades that I conduct with non-baseball, because it's just not sorted. It's not easy. It's hard to maintain those deals. Um, I wanted to kind of speed up the process in getting rid of a lot of my bulk. To do that, so I could buy more collections. I've had to turn down several collection buying opportunities in the last couple of years just because I've run out of room. I have this card room behind me. There's a closet that's absolutely filled to the brim. We're talking, just under 6 feet tall, so it's about as tall as me. So boxes are stacked 6 feet high, and the closet runs about 12 to 15 feet. And it's completely packed all the way to the back. And then I have some boxes in our storage area as well. So to buy, more truckloads, there's just nowhere to put it. It's like playing Tetris now, even in small pickups that I acquire, playing Tetris. So that's why I wanted to purge. And so I was selling and still selling some flat rate boxes of baseball, and I'll throw in some quote hits, stars and inserts, refractors, and the like. I was selling a lot of hockey just to dump it because I know nothing about hockey and I just didn't want it laying around. So was looking to purge, and was also looking to sell off in increase my eBay store. Um, and scalability within my eBay store is something I've been working on and learning as I go over the past 2 to 3 years. Um, and what I've learned is, obviously I'm in sales. That's my day job. And anybody that's familiar with sales, obviously what's taught is call, 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 email, email, email. The more touches, the more opportunities leads to more sales. And that's, tried and true. It's science. And that's same with eBay and baseball cards and football and whatever else. And so I started crunching the numbers as I went along. This is how I just experimented with PWE early on because of my success through Sport Lots. I figured if I'm having this much success, no damages, no non-return claims on sport lots, why can I not do this on eBay? And so I tested it and I had good success. And so I scaled up and continued to do it. How do I avoid the fees? I went to the micropayment system. It cut that 30 cent per transaction down to 5 cents per transaction. So I could increase those margins on $1.50 sales. Well, what if I do 99-cent sales? What's my margin? And it's pretty minimal, but the idea is the more volume you add to your store, the more sales. So if John Johnson comes in and finds a 99-cent Austin Meadows he wants to buy, maybe there's more Austin Meadows in my eBay store. And instead of the one Topps Heritage Miners Austin Meadows, he picks up a couple of Bowman cards and prospect cards. And all of a sudden his 99-cent order turns into a $6 or $7 order. And then my margin just increased from 20 cents per card to 70 cents per card. And so the pandemic had led me to more time to scale up. And my eBay store is I think it's the premium store. I pay like $60 a month for my eBay store. And at the time, before the pandemic, you could sell you could list 1,000 items at Buy It Now in your store per month. And those were free. Anything above that, I think it's 10 cents per item at Buy It Now. So I always kept my eBay store around 1,000. If it would get down, I would replenish it to get to that mark, but it was kind of stagnant, and my sales were stagnant because I was not really replenishing that inventory on a daily basis. So there was really nothing new. So repeat customers probably weren't visiting my store as much because I wasn't keeping new inventory, adding new inventory into the store. When the pandemic hit, eBay offered an increase to 50,000 free listings. So now I could add in 99-cent free shipping sales and not worry about losing another 10 cents on margin because of those listing fees. And so I scaled up to 1,500, and the more I scaled up and the more items I added, the more I sold, the more I added. And slowly I was building from 1,400 to 1,500, 1,600. And right now I'm hovering right around 2,000. For example, a few days ago, I eclipsed 2,000 listings in my eBay store. I was at like 2005 or 2010. Through overnight sales last night, I'm down to 1,970, and I even added probably 20 or 30 items to my store last night. So I'm selling and I'm adding and I'm selling and I'm scaling up. But that's also because I have more time on my hands. Out to the local pub to play trivia on Wednesday nights. We're not going to sushi night on Mondays. We're not planning weekend getaways. We're not spending 2 weeks in Europe. So there's a lot of extra time on my hands that in a normal summer, I'm chasing my tail. I've got to get yard work done because I'm going to be gone for 3 days. I can't mow tonight because we're playing trivia, or, time gets away in a normal life. But we're not in a normal world right now. So I have the time and I'm taking advantage and I'm scaling up. Now, the problem that I will run into in the future is I cannot maintain this type of level of sales once the world returns to normal. So I'm going to have a decision to make. I'm going to have to either wake up an hour or two early in the mornings. I'm going to have to get less sleep. I'm going to have to stay up later. So there's some choices that will have to be made in the next few months because my lifestyle will not be able to maintain the scalability of 30 plus transactions per day. It takes some time and listing on top of that. It's not just packaging up 30 to 35 packages per day. It's listing, replenishing that stock, trying to continue to add 30 to 35 per day or 50 per day just to get ahead and build the eBay store. So scalability is a big issue that I think we all deal with in the hobby. And it's something that due to the pandemic, I've been able to take advantage of extra time to build that eBay store and build extra funds. I've got a nice little nest egg for future card shows to dip into and buy eBay items, pick off stuff off my want list due to what's going on. So that's about all I had to talk about today as far as scalability. It just kind of everything kind of the perfect storm on topics came together. Reading all of the Twins Jake issues with Project 2020, and my own scalability in building my eBay store over the past few months, and the decision that I'll have to make in the next few months because I likely won't be able to keep up with the amount of sales that are coming in once life returns to normal. So that's all for now. I am going to continue packaging. More sales came in overnight. Some sorting to do for some trades, and I still have some boxes of Cubs to count. So I did add in and I've got to check the numbers. I did add in the Topps Chrome Cubs count, and I did add in the TCMA Iowa Cubs that I received earlier in the week. So with those counted in, the Cubs count is 474,187 plus 3 packages, including a large flat rate priority mailbox, a medium flat rate box, and a box that came in yesterday. So that's gonna wrap things up for today on scalability. As always, if you have any questions, drop me a line through Twitter, my email 1millioncubsproject@gmail.com, or here in the YouTube comments section, and you can visit 1millioncubs.com as well. Hey, thanks for watching Hobby Evolution. We'll be back tomorrow with more updates.